Early British Children's Little Books. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we have an interesting group of books to look at. Uh, this is a Santa Claus haul. Santa just dropped these down the chimney on Christmas Eve, and lo and behold, I found them and opened them up, and I don't know a lot about these books. This is a group of books, British, and they're from the 20s and 30s, and they were for children, and they're small little books. Most of them are 32 pages, and they're colorful, adventure, uh, fun books for children. We're going to take a look at a few of them now, a few series. First one is let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm looking at. The first series is the Adventure Vest Pocket Library. There's they're 32 pages. This is Seawolf Samson, and you know what I'm going to do? Put it down that way so you can see. And then the back cover continues. It's a wraparound cover. These are published by D.C. Thomson in England, and this is number 7 in the series. And it's a boy's adventure. Seawolf Samson and his rugged adventures on the high seas, probably during the time between the wars. That's one of them. That's number 7. Number 5, I actually have 2 of them, is Red Skull Branson. He's got a. They don't give you the author names. On the back cover, there's a hooded figure, a leopard guy, Fu Manchu type guy, shadow type guy, and this is number 5 in the series. So the books that I have, it's not a full set of any of these, but just different ones, and I'm just going to try and give you an idea of some different books and different what's in these series. They're kind of cool. The Black Cossack is another book, and you can see it advertises Seawolf Samson on the inside front cover. The back cover. This is number 6. So we actually have 765. Number 8 is Mulligan's Fighting Forth, and that's the cover. Mulligan's Fighting Forth, and in the inside cover it advertises The Green Shiver, which is going to be the next book we look at. This is number 8, the back cover.
The wraparound.
Yeah, nice wraparound. Wraparound art, a lot of kind of mayhem, fighting. No authors are listed, which is kind of annoying, but that's the way it goes sometimes with some of these small press books, especially these these were probably giveaways. They're about 2 inches by 2 inches square. Number 9 is The Green Shiver. Again, no author listed. The Green Shiver. And that's the cover. And the inside. So they go. These go about 51 to 52 pages. Most of the other ones go 32 pages. And the wraparound cover. It's kind of cool. This is a kind of appears to be like a kind of a Green Hornet type of thing, or a Green Llama. That's number 9. Actually, I should put these like that. And then the last one we have is number 2. It's a Western. It's 5-star Flanagan. And inside on that, they talk about Watch for Adventure, and the back cover has actually a map of the locations in the story. It's pretty cool. So these are the Adventure Vest Pocket Library, and I don't know how many are in the series. This is number 2, but these are the ones that I have, and they were published by D.C. Thomson in the UK, and they're really nice set of books, kids books. Next group we're going to look at is one book in the Pocket Wonder Library, and it's Treasure Island, and it's Robert Louis Stevenson's famous novel, but it's told by David Gay. So what it is a 32-page little book, about 2 inches by 3 in size, 32 pages, no date, it's from the 20s or 30s, and it's an adaptation, of course, obviously, and it lists some of the books on the inside front cover and in the inside back cover in this series. Just artwork that's pretty nice. Treasure Island is one of my favorite books. Just a cool book. One of the articles that we did in the issue of Paperback Parade, actually number 100, was had an article, an extensive article that I wrote on all the Treasure Island books, sequels and prequels, and then the back cover, as do a lot of these books, they have the same art on the front cover as on the back cover. So that's the Pocket Wonder Library, and it does not say who the publisher is. This actually does. It's PM Publications from London, and there's no date. There's no date on any of these. Next one is A Lad in a Cave, and it says A Potty Pot a Mime by Houghton. This is a kind of a strange little thing. It's printed in England. It's a success series, success stories, published by WHC in London. It's kind of a weird, like Chinese kind of thing. I guess it's
Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin. A lad in a cave, Aladdin. It's kind of a humor little booklet. It's got little drawings on each page. It's kind of cute. It's nice condition, and it's probably from the 20s or 30s. The back is the front cover. A lad in a cave, or a lad in a cave, and the back cover with the Chinese lanterns. So that's those, and I only have one in that series. Now we look at the another series, interesting series, is the Tucks, Raphael Tuck and Sons books, T-U-C-K, and in these I have a few of these. I have about 9 of them actually. The first 3 are, and they're all like about 2 inches by 3 inches in size, and they all have the front cover on the back cover. But this is the only one, Lucky Break, with the Tux logo on it. And the first 3 that I have are stapled on the first 2 that I have are stapled on the spine, and then the rest of them are stapled at the spine. The pages stapled together. So we're going to look at a few of them now. There's no author listed. They're called Tuck's Better Little Books, and it's a series. And they're not numbered as far as I can see. But this is Lucky Break, Circus Story, and And again, Tux Better Little Books, no number, no author listed. Tux and Sons, London, printed in England. There's an illustration of an elephant, and a couple other illustrations there. They're illustrated inside. These are books for boys and girls in the, I guess it was the between the wars years in the 20s and 30s. So that's Lucky Break. The Pilgrim Fathers. Oh, and Lucky Break, again, you see the cover is on the back cover. So that's the front cover and the back cover. All of these Tux books do that, and quite a few of these do that. The Pilgrim Fathers. Here's a list of some of the Tux books on the inside cover. There's no date on any of these, and there's no author listed on any of these, as far as I can tell. They have some nice illustrations inside. Kind of cool. Again, the front cover is on the back cover. Come to the Farm is another one. If you want to go to the farm, then you go to the farm. Oh, and it's by Jay Gunston. They actually credited the author on this one. And story about life on a farm. There's one of the children colored in one of the illustrations.
Nice job.
Nice job. Little kid, probably. So these were kids' books after all, and so kids did, did their work with them. I'm trying to move some of these out of the way. Stories of Animals by Rose Yateman Wolf. Good name for this, especially like Reynard the Fox and other stories in here. A little bit of illustration. These are really kind of delicate books, and got to kind of hold them carefully. Stories of Animals, and the back cover, Stories of Animals. Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe, and that's another one. And the story of his wonderful life. And there's an illustration. Robinson Crusoe. A very abridged version of the classic Defoe novel, obviously for kids. And it's about 32 pages. Yeah, 32 pages. And the back cover is the same as the front cover. Tales from Hans Christian Andersen is another one. Again, none of them are numbered. They're Tux Better Little Books. That's the cover. Just want to show a couple of the illustrations. There's another one where a little kid colored them in. Not a bad job. And that's the back cover. I'm not crazy about fairy tales, but I do like the mystery, crime, and adventure, pulpy adventures that some of these books do have, and we're going to show some of them. Jean Wins Through by Robin Law. Jean Wins Through, here with a dog and her violin. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's probably a story for girls, for young girls. Another colored in illustration, and the back cover has the same as the front. Treasure Hunt by John Devon. This is interesting because it actually has the author's name on it, on the cover no less, and it doesn't have it on the title page, but it has some writing by the previous child owner, who's probably, if he's still alive, he's probably 100 years old today. It's interesting. It's weird that these were treasured by little kids. And this is Treasure Hunt, and the back cover, same, John Devon. And the last one we have is a book called Kid Sister by Mary Allen. I think she also wrote one of the other books in this series. And that's the cover. And the artwork. They all have like a few nice little drawings inside. And these are Tuck's Better Little Books, because they're it's a play on the Big Little Books and the Better Little Books that were being published in the United States. Next group is a group of 6, the Broadway Book of. And the Broadway Book of was published by D.C. Thomson, also in London. D.C. Thomson published a lot of boys and children's adventure books, and these are pretty cool. They're basically nonfiction. They're books about certain things like flying and ships. So the first one is the Broadway Book of Flying, and these all have wraparound covers. They're 2 by 3 in size. There's the wraparound cover with a nice blimp moored at a tower. That could be the Hindenburg, just before it kaboomed. But I like stuff with airships and dirigibles and blimps and zeppelins and stuff, and even Led Zeppelins. And so this is they're a Broadway Book of Flying. They're not numbered as far as I know, and they're basically nonfiction, talking about all different kinds of aviators, different planes. They're pretty well illustrated. D.C. Thomson did a lot of nice books, a lot of nice children's books. So that's the Broadway Book of Flying. The Broadway Book of Ships. Again, no author is listed. And that's the cover. And again, it has a wraparound cover. So the wraparound cover, not too much, it just shows you a lot of the ocean. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. And inside, it just shows you different ships. These are nice books for young kids to look at. You could learn all about ships or flying or railroads. There's a lot of illustrations, the flags of different countries. This is a cool thing when in the old days, before computers and all of that, when kids wanted to know stuff, they wanted to learn things about the world around them, and you were able to find little books like this that were made available, specifically tailored to kids to read. The next one is the the Broadway Book of Railways of the World, and it's this one here about trains, which is another popular subject. The wraparound cover shows the locomotive or whatever in the front, and then all the cars in the back. So that's pretty cool. And it goes showing you about different trains, railroads, the different locomotives. Talks a lot about, it gives a lot of information. A little book like this gives quite a lot of information. So that's pretty cool. These aren't numbered as far as I know. I don't know how many there are in this series. The next one is a Broadway Book of Conjuring, or Magic. That's the cover, and the magician is pulling out some kind of something from the guy's mouth, the kid's mouth, and the back cover. And here we have, military, sailor and soldier on the back cover. So this is
Optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion, but it's showing these figures from the war years, either World War I or World War II, probably World War I. So again, it kind of ages these books in the 20s or 30s, 20s after World War I, or maybe the late 30s before World War II, but probably after World War I. So that's the Book of Conjuring, and inside it's just has different magic tricks, how to do certain tricks, sleight of hand, and all kinds of stuff like that. The Broadway Buncombe book is an interesting one, kind of weird. That's the cover. Buncombe, I guess, is a word for I don't know. Buncombe is an old word for
Joke, puns,
puns, jokes, just yeah.
conundrums.
Yeah, it's just and it says solemn warning. Can't read it upside down. On no account must the contents of this book be taken seriously. And I don't know who that figure is. It looks like maybe it's a ghost or somebody warning you, but it looks like a Ku Klux Klan guy. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But that's the Buncombe book. And the back cover is has a British Bobby, stop. Stop, go around the other way. You're reading it from the wrong side. This is the back cover. So this is humor and just general silliness, just funny stuff. Probably some cartoons, puzzles, all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, General Buncombe, whatever that might be. And then the last one is the Broadway Book of Modern Marvels, which is kind of cool because this is modern marvels in the probably 1920s. Here you have an electromagnetic, a gigantic magnet picking up a metal ball. I guess that's to show modern building and modern marvels in construction techniques and destruction techniques. There's the back cover with the giant crane building, and inside, wonders of the modern world, ships, all different kind of cranes. And these are cool little books for kids to learn about the world around them, and it's a nice little series. I don't know how many are in this series, but I've just shown you 6 of them. Again, Santa dropped these on my head and forced me to look through them and read them and do this video, and so here we go. The last ones we'll look at is the Gold Star Broadway book, and there's 6 in this series. I have 3. I have 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 is, and these have nice wraparound covers too. I just want to see if they're by D.C. Thompson. Yes, they are. There's the same look, yeah. They're published by D.C. Thompson in London, in Great Britain, and the Gold Star Broadway books. I guess it's different from these Broadway books, which are also published by D.C. Thompson. It says here that there's 6 in the series. Complete list. The complete list is 1, 2, 3, which have been published, and then 4, 5, and 6, which have yet to be published, which will be published soon, or at some point, but I do not have those. I do not know if they've ever been published. So there's probably 6 in this series, but I only know of 3. And the first one is Marvels of Land, Sea, and Air. And nice artwork. Nice super train. Marvels of Land, Sea, and Air. And again, these were for kids, kind of let them know about the wonders of the world around them as they're growing up. It was a nice series, nice for kids to be able to have access to this kind of thing. That's the first one. Number 2 is the Bologna, the Gold Star book, Gold Star Broadway Bologna book, and this is that's it. It's the Missing Policeman. The wraparound cover. These books are very delicate, so I'm trying to be careful. And that's the wraparound cover. And basically, this is the Bologna book is a book of.
It says what happened to Barnacle Bill on the back.
What happened to Barnacle Bill? Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Yeah, there's different versions of that
Go to page,
limerick, which it's
go
quite
to page
interesting.
50
Yeah.
or 60, whatever. it is.
Yeah. Barnacle Bill makes his comeback, even in that. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a book of funny, humorous things and things to keep kids busy, keep them out of trouble, and all of that, which they would enjoy. If you're a young kid, and a lot of artwork in it. So, Barnacle Bill, look at that, with the ship tattooed on his chest. That's number 2. And number 3 is even an odder cover. 499, the Gold Star Broadway book. 499 riddles and diddles. Why is a boy with a sore throat like a pony? And that question is answered inside. Now here's a strange cover. That is a strange cover. I don't know. And the back cover is a mysterious character. So it's 499 riddles and diddles. They couldn't fit in 500. They couldn't make it. It just says 499. And again, this is a humorous book for children. They did all these jokes and riddles and limericks, not dirty limericks, funny, silly things, which is pretty cool. It's a weird cover. And there you have a look at a group of British 1920s, I would say, maybe 30s, but probably 20s, children's books, booklets, 52 pages on these here, the Vest ones, and 32 pages on the others. Most of these were probably given out free to kids at various stores where their parents shopped, but I don't really know a lot about them for sure. These were pretty popular books. They might have been sold for a penny or 2 pennies in the stores, maybe the penny books, But they're pretty cool, interesting. You don't see them today, these days, and they're definitely something I thought that you would like to take a look at and know about. Santa put a gun to my head and said, the Jolly Fat Man said, this would be a good idea to show these to people, and I hope that you like them. So if you're interested in these kind of things and liked it, I hope you did. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe, and thanks for looking.